Delighted to have here on The World According to Rowan Dean, former Labor MP Michael Danby and Liberal Senator Alex Antic. Great to see you both. Now, Alex, I want to kick off with you. As you know, I'm the editor of The Spectator Australia. Kian Hussey, a great writer, is with the IPA, the Institute of Public Affairs. He's got a great article in this week's Spectator, Alex, in which he says that net zero is illiberal. Not only is it a good pun, but it's actually true. And he looks back at Sir Robert Menzies. And I'll just quote you. In 1949 policy speech, Robert Menzies warned, "You cannot have a controlled economy without controlling human beings who are still the greatest of all economic factors." Kian Hussey argues that Menzies' speech would clearly lay out opposition, total opposition to net zero. A future under a planned economy, which is what net zero is, would be doomed to fail, is to paraphrase Menzies. Do you agree that Menzies would be opposed to net zero?
Yeah, and it's a great article too. I absolutely do agree. I mean, ultimately, net zero is a form of socialism. It's as simple as that. And I take every opportunity I can to remind people, members of our party, about the We Believe statement. I sent it out in my pre-selection speech. And if you actually go and look at the website at the moment, not only do I think that Robert Menzies would agree, I think that the fundamental beliefs of the Liberal Party fly in the face of net zero as well. I mean, if you look at we believe in the inalienable rights and freedoms of all peoples and we work towards a lean government. No, that doesn't fit the bill. That wherever possible, government should not compete with an efficient private sector. No, that doesn't fit the bill. How about this one? In preserving Australia's natural beauty and environment for future generations, not putting in transmission lines. There's no question that Robert Menzies, if he were alive today, would walk away from net zero at 100 miles an hour. There is no case for it. It is bad for Australia. Net zero means Australia lasts.
Michael, you're a great student of parliamentary history. Does it baffle you that the Liberal Party is still clinging to this net zero fantasy? They don't seem to be able to let go?
It baffles me, Rowan, that we can't have a debate on this, either in the ABC, in the Labor Party, and it seems in the Liberal Party. I mean, economic rationalists like Mr. Keating would have said, how do we get electricity prices down? What is the true cost of all these transmission lines and solar panels compared to coal, gas, or other resources? So that's the point of view that I come to. It should be poorer people in Australia and industry need cheaper electricity prices. And are we getting a fair shot with this net zero target? Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask you, Alex, about the E-Safety Commissioner, Julie Inman-Grant. You've been terrific in Senate estimates and sort of quizzing her about this, what's intended with this under-16 ban, what it means, digital ID and so on. She made an astonishing admission a couple of days ago on the ABC. Have a listen.
I think we've made a real difference in young Australians' lives in particular. We've made a difference. This is what I'm hearing from the European Union, from the Canadians, from everyone else, that we've set a standard in Australia, and I think that's precisely what the social media minimum age bill does.
So, Alex, two things. In that interview, she basically said that she implied that she would be standing down next year, that it all got too much for her. Well, I can understand and sympathise with that. But she seemed to be saying that this was a great success, that the world was looking at our under-16 ban as some great success. It hasn't been implemented yet. No one really understands it. Your thoughts, Alex?
On every level, notwithstanding the last one, which is on the 10th of December, Australian parents are going to understand what this is really about when they go to put on Peppa Pig to try and shut the kids up for 10 minutes. They're going to understand on every level soon this is not a great win for anyone in this country, let alone kids that are under 16.
Michael, before we go, I've got 30 seconds. What did you make of Donald Trump and the dressing down of Kevin Rudd, your former boss?
Well, Rudd is assiduous. He did something about that rare earths thing while Albo was on the island. So at least you can say that in favour of him. I don't think he looked very happy at the end of what the Donald said. I don't believe for a second that the president didn't know who he was. But Australia and the United States, our relationship sails on regardless of how bad ambassadors are, how mercurial presidents are, and I just think we're the unsinkable American aircraft carrier in the South Pacific, and thank heavens for that for us, because we get defence on the cheap. Defence on the cheap.
There you go. Michael Danby, Alex Antic, always great to have you here on The World According to Rowan Dean.